What's going on, guys? My name is Matt Omega, and welcome to the finale of Let's Play Metroid Prime. In the last episode, we finally finished up in the Phazon Mines, taking on the boss there, the Omega Pirate, and getting ourselves this nifty and awesome looking Phazon suit, getting the rest of the items we needed, including the last artifact, and taking on Ridley, finally, since seeing him at the start of the freaking game. Now, we're here in the heart of the impact crater. It's time to see just what we can do about this whole mess. Now, we actually have a different kind of Phazon coming in right here. We have red Phazon, which, hold on, scan these right now. And they're all dying. There we go. Lumigek, Phazon charged reptiles. Natives of Talon 4, the Lumigeks travel in swarms to increase their odds of survival. They absorb and radiate Phazon energy, making these swarms a threat. They also apparently die if they walk right into it. Although, so will we. Even though we have the Phazon suit, red Phazon is a completely different thing entirely. This stuff can still damage us. And just to put things in a perspective here, though not research, creatures. Down near the bottom, Lumigek was the third last scan we needed. We have 2 more scans, and they're somewhere in the impact crater. If for some reason you have missed something that is not a boss, the Aqua Drones, anything that could be seen at the Frigate Orpheum at the start, or the Ice Shriek Bats, you can step back into this, and it will take you back out onto the platform where we fought Meta Ridley. I am all good, so let's continue moving on. We have this huge room in here that we have to climb. And, as you might be able to see on the radar, we're not exactly alone in here either. This place is teeming with fission Metroids. And I'm not happy about that. Now, something of note, if you want to just start using your power bombs to get rid of these things, go for it. Because we're not going to really need them all that much in the future. So, use them while you got them. Which is probably the better option because frickin' fission Metroids. This door up here is the third and final missile recharge station in the game. Now, I'm full of missiles, so I don't need to use it, but this is the last one. That's how scarce these things are. It's nuts. And we have more of them. Get off. Saw a second one here somewhere. I just wasted that power bomb. That's okay. Yeah, I can get both of them. What we have here is just one last big platforming segment right up to the top. Right over that way. Through this door. One final little spider ball playground. And, these look like they are the magnetic tracks that may have seen better days, although I'm pretty sure this is just something at the work of Phazon. And in here, get ready. Gentlemen, it is time for the final boss of the game. Introducing Metroid Prime. Highly evolved Phazon-producing life form. The aberration known as Metroid Prime is the source of Phazon, making it immensely powerful. A genetic flaw makes it susceptible to certain weapons for brief periods. Only its head is truly vulnerable. Other attacks are a nuisance. Offensively, Metroid Prime has a number of natural and mechanical weapons at its disposal. These include Ultra Frigid Breath, multi-missiles, snare beams, and particle wave projectors. Its massive strength and barbed carapace make it lethal in melee combat. Recommend maximum firepower when engaging this enemy. Alright, so as the game has just told us, it is susceptible to only certain weapons at a given time. When it's yellow, power beams are the way to go. And in that case, use your super missiles. But only when you can see its eyes in that little opening. Now it's purple. This is where you want to use the Wave Buster. Also, if you get hit by its wave beam attacks, it can knock you out your overlay. So be careful of that. Locking on will not be easy anymore. Although then again, you don't really need a lock on for the Wave Buster, so... But just keeping all this in mind. Now I've got a few tunnels around here. Now it's white. Time for the Ice Beam. Getting hit by that beam will indeed freeze you. Ice Spreader is the way to go, and is probably the most lethal thing against it, because guess what? It's still a Metroid. It still has a weakness to ice. Now, I severely mistimed everything there, but when it starts charging at you like that, Morph Ball into these tunnels. Frickin' hell. As you may have guessed, this fight is going to do a number on your missile count, so make sure you are completely full before you get here. Now to show it off better this time, stay in these tunnels like that in Morph Ball, and you will be fine. Alright, what next? Wave Beam. Easy enough. Oh, and it's also shooting missiles at us. Perfect. Wave Buster away. There we go. And this is pretty much how this battle is going to play out. Every now and then it's going to keep delving further down into the crater. We are going to continue giving chase. And we have less tunnels here now. And this is a tractor beam. Honestly, I'm not too sure the best way to try and get out of that one. Now, it lets go of the tractor beam when you get close to it. At that point, it'll try to hit you. What I was trying to do there was getting into Morph Ball and seeing if I could boost away, which didn't actually exactly work, because when you're going to a Morph Ball, you stay still for a second and that just drags you in even more. So, I'm not really too sure what to do about the tractor beam there. Anyway, those green missiles that are shooting out do indeed contain poison gas. Watch out for them. And this is pretty much just the fight where all your beam combos are going to come into severe effect. Except the flamethrower. It doesn't have the kind of range you need for this. Yep. Along. Alright, what next? Wait. Ah, now, these things. It'll shoot out these orbs based on what color it currently is, and with that, I think you can only take them out with the appropriate color beam. They will be pretty much your extra emergency health and ammo drops should you need them. So if it shoots those out, be sure to shoot them down so you can get the drops from them. And now we're down to only one tunnel. Oh, I thought it'd do a tractor beam straight away. Alright, just super missile it. Into the tunnel. Ow! Freaking hell. Next is Plasma Beam. Alright, so again, Flamethrower really isn't going to do you any good here, so just pretty much just shoot it. See how close you can get to fire off a fully charged shot at it as well. Oh, I didn't even completely stun it that time. There we go. So that's pretty much how you want to be using the Plasma Beam in this fight. Next is... Oh, threw me for a loop there. Now, it can do that as the fight starts going along. And of course, whatever weapon type it changes to is indeed random. Plasma Beam again. Alright. Damn it. Stay still. Nope. And I guess I can start charging prematurely now. Should be able to just finish it off like this. And there we go. I hope you weren't expecting it to be done yet. Because of course it's not done yet. Ladies and gentlemen, the second and final form of Metroid Prime. It is indeed a secondary scan, well, separate scan, not secondary, so be sure to scan it now. The core essence of Metroid Prime. Scan indicates that the phazon energy form of Metroid Prime is invulnerable to all conventional weapons. Only attacks from a phazon-fused arm cannon will damage it. It generates pools of phazon when it attacks. Use these to fuel your suit's phazon weapon system. The entity can also spawn Metroids to assist in battle, rendering itself invisible when it does so. With that, we have 100% of our logbook, and real quick, I'm going to go into my inventory here and show you that ever since we got the phazon suit, there has been one extra entry under our arm cannon, the phazon beam. The vile corruption of the power suit has altered the arm cannon as well. It is now capable of firing the powerful phazon beam. Phazon beam appears to trigger in the presence of high concentrations of phazon. Regular arm cannon functions return when phazon is not present. The charge beam does not function when the phazon is active. The phazon beam can only be used in this fight alone. I don't know why we already have stuff on it. But in any case, so this fight is a little bit of a waiting game. What we are waiting for is for Metroid Prime to create a pool of phazon beneath it. Doing this, it'll also spawn a few Metroids, but luckily, those are easily taken out with a simple power bomb. After it creates a pool, it will go invisible to the whatever visor we're currently using. We need to switch to another visor to be able to see it. Step into the pool of phazon, we are now in hyper mode. Now just shoot it. You can just hold down the fire button for this. It is just a rapid fire attack that just continuously goes on like that until the phazon pool just runs out. Now, you do still need to be careful of all its other attacks, which is mainly just going to be that shockwave there. But alright, come on. Now spilling out more phazon, and it has spawned in a few Metroids, which I'm just going to take out with a power bomb. Now it changed visor, and I think it's going to be thermal next. There we go. Lock on, and hyper mode. There we go. And look how much damage we're doing it to. Yeah. How much damage we're doing it to. What exactly am I trying to say right now? How much damage we are doing to it every time we use our phazon beam. Christ, why was that so hard to say? Not even tired. I'll just point out the music again just for a quick second here because god damn, this final boss theme sounds awesome. Alright, now we're just in the regular view, the way I like it. And look how cool our arm cannon looks like now. Here we go. Alright, so we're doing somewhere from 1/4 to 1/5 of its health every single time. So 1 or 2 more of those should do the trick. Then this will all be over. Just need to wait for the phazon guano. Because that's basically what it is. It's basically just shitting out phazon and a couple of Metroids. Ew. Now that I put it that way, it's even more gross than what I was trying to make it sound. Here we are. Power bomb again. Luckily, since we got all the power bomb expansions, this isn't too much of a problem. X-ray visor this time. No, you don't. Alright. So yeah, 1 more of those and we'll be done. Should probably stay in X-ray visor so I can actually see it. Come on, 1 more pool. That's all I need. One more, come on. Don't drag this out any longer than it has to. You're gonna drag this out longer than it has to, aren't you? Of course you are. Oh, different visor. Alright, thermal. I don't know if it just goes in a rotation of combat visor, X-ray visor, thermal visor, but it's what it's doing right now. I always thought it was random. Alright. One more power bomb for the road. Back in thermal, and where are you? 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 Oh, you came back to normal visor. There we go. And Metroid Prime is defeated. Bastard! You took my Phazon suit! I like that suit! Okay, maybe more important to get out of here.
Has been well rewarded, and now a new star shines in the universe. The bounty hunter, Samus Aran. What future and fate await her?
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Metroid Prime. One of my favorite games ever, my favorite Metroid game. Oh, there's so much I love about this game, and that includes the main theme of Metroid Prime, which we're hearing in the credits right now, which we would hear if I was playing the original GameCube version, but I wasn't. Oh well. Again, there's just so much stuff I love about this game. Just the way it looks is fantastic even till today. I mean, yeah, you can kind of see that some textures and stuff have aged a bit because, you know, we have moved ahead a few generations, but it all still looks really good. All the nice little touches, like all the effects on the visor and, you know, the X-ray inside the arm cannon, all those little effects that they really didn't need to do but still went above and beyond to go out of their way to do anyway. It's all just so impressive for what they had at the time. Again, I can't compliment the music enough, and again, the theme we're listening to right now, it's fantastic, I love it. The Fendrana Drifts theme, the Flagra Battle theme, the Metal Ridley theme, it's all so good. And just, the game itself is so much fun to play, and it's something I was honestly a bit hesitant to play when I first picked it up, because at the time I hadn't been a Metroid fan for very long, but I was already pretty big into it. But moving into first person was a bit of an issue for me because, as I mentioned before, first person is not exactly my forte. I'm not exactly a fan of the camera perspective. There's a lot of problems that I have with it just fundamentally. But, you know, moving into the trilogy version first, I think was the best move for me in that case because a lot of what the Wii's pointer controls and motion controls are doing and all that kind of mitigates some of the problems I have with the first-person perspective in the first place, and means I don't have to put up with what was regularly on the GameCube version, essentially tank controls for movement, which I wasn't looking forward to if I ever played the GameCube version. I still might give it a shot at some point, but at the moment I'm completely content with this. This game is just so much fun to play, and it's still a fantastic Metroid game through and through. It's still got everything that made all the previous Metroids great in terms of the way the worlds lay out, the way it's designed. I can see some of the complaints involving the artifact hunting in that, you know, there's so much you have to go out of your way for just to get to the end of the game, where in so many other games it's not the case. But even then, I still have too much fun along the way to care. This is one of my favorite games ever for a reason. And I come back to this game so many times, and I know that probably wasn't very evident given the amount of times I got lost in this playthrough. Oi. And it's just a game that I can't sing the praises of well enough, and I can't wait to get to Metroid Prime 2 later down the line. It's probably not going to be very soon, but goddamn, I'd like to get to that, and to Prime 3 as well, because I love this trilogy. I love Metroid as a series as well, I love it all. And wow, I actually managed to get to the end of the credits without repeating myself 50 billion times. And with that, percentage complete, 100%. Now, that percentage there is strictly just your items. That is not your logbook. Logbook may do something else. I can't quite remember. I mean, I 100% this game every time I play it anyway, so I can't exactly remember some stuff like that. But we did this in 7 hours and 39 minutes. Oh well, if I was doing this on a more efficient route instead of trying to show off everything whenever I could, I'm sure I could have done it faster, but it doesn't matter, I was having fun all the way anyway. And we unlock Hyper Mode difficulty, which is the hard modes. Essentially, normal mode is the easy mode, veteran is the normal, and Hyper Mode is the hard. Or maybe normal is the normal, veteran is hard, and Hyper Mode is very hard. I don't know. But in any case, that does it for Let's Play Metroid Prime. Now, there is one more episode I'm going to be putting out about all the bonus special content that we unlock through all the medals and stuff, and all that kind of thing. But until then, that is indeed the end of the game. So, until we meet again, guys, in whatever universe, in whatever Let's Play, my name is Matt Omega. Thank you all so much for watching. See you guys next mission.